6 months ago, Kamp Kenan introduced you to our friend Kyle's Crocodilian Conservation Facility with the premiere of the world's largest animal unboxing video.
Is there a crocodile there?
Yeah. At the time, the sanctuary was in its earliest stages, and many of you commented on how small the pool of water was, how barren the enclosure was, and how muddy the water was. But that was merely the beginning of the story, not the ending.
Oh, she's beautiful, man.
The truth of the matter was, that hole had only been dug a few days prior. Now, many of you Kamp Kenan campers also said that they would love to see an update of the landscaping with all the plantings in place. Well, ask and you shall receive, because you're not gonna believe your eyes when you see it now.
That's like looking back in time, man.
Your girls are in there, buddy.
Hey, what's going on? Hanging out with my buddy Kyle, and we are at his crocodile facility for a follow-up for the world's largest animal unboxing video we did a few months back. Now, a lot of you guys thought that that title was very literal. You thought we were gonna unbox a blue whale. Sorry to disappoint you, that's not what we meant. We just meant it was the largest animal unboxing you could find on YouTube. Find me a bigger one, all right? I'm sure somebody will. Anyway, this is part 2. World's largest animal unboxing, the feeding. This will be good.
A good portion of my life has been all about action, which still holds true. But now I pour all that time and energy into wildlife conservation, education, and the pursuit of knowledge. This is Kamp Kenan.
All right, so enough wasting time. Let's get on in and feed some Nile crocodiles. The first thing you'll notice, guys, between the two videos and the update here, is just how incredibly things have grown here in Florida. I mean, you were surprised yourself. It's your first time living in Florida. It does not stop. I mean, it's incredible. This is about 6 months since we last saw this enclosure.
Saw it was a field. There was dirt, nothing. There was nothing to it.
Yeah.
Obviously, I planted a little bit here, but.
All right, so they know. So if you guys come peek over here, look at this. There's the male, and the female loves these little alcoves. And in fact, that's what crocodiles do. You'll remember this was just a little mud wallow, it looked like. So many of you commented, oh my God, that looks horrible. And I remember commenting back, guys, take it easy. This is just the beginning. We had to get the animals out of the place they were at and get them into their new home. And as you can see, the water level's up. It's about 7 foot deep right now.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, so it's incredible.
You can see they made all this.
Yes.
This was a square pond that you guys saw.
They
made all these little wallows.
So they do their own kind of, you know, furniture rearranging here in the enclosure. And they're really well behaved, man. So go ahead. You're gonna handle the male. What?
You handle the male?
You want me to handle the male?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you guys a really cool view. All right, so let's grab a rat here. Pre-killed rats. Okay, so let's see. Let's give you guys a really cool view. Come on, bub. Oh, she's right there? I didn't even realize she's right there. So the male here, he's definitely the dominant boy in the enclosure?
He's great with her until food comes around.
Ah, I see. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh yeah. That's awesome. So explosive, man. You know, he lures you in. And you know, guys, I wanted to also tell you, so many of you were so worried about how the water was so muddy, and in reality, crocodiles and turtles and any animals that you're going to keep together, these animals like murky water. It adds to their camouflage. These are ambush predators. So basically, you want to make sure. Do I need to give another one here? Yeah. Okay, sorry. They need to make sure that they're concealed, and also it's better for stress levels on these animals, because if they can't see each other, if they only go a few feet. Look at that. Oh, that's the baddest thing ever, dude. It's your own pet dinosaur, you know? I hesitate to say pets, to be perfectly honest. Kyle, you know, the whole reason you're involved in these animals is with the hope of doing more conservation work. Is that right?
It is. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love crocodiles, but I'd never consider them as a pet. You know, that's when you can get into trouble, when you think this animal is your pet, you know.
And in fact, what you like to do, actually, you're from Pennsylvania, and you do a lot of rescues for crocodilians that may grow up in Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
what do you do?
I mean, I've had crocodiles for 15 years up in Pennsylvania, and with that, you know, I've seen everything. I've seen where they're in the bathtubs and, you know, in horrible, horrible conditions, which they're not supposed to be up there. I'm actually in the process right now of getting 2 adult female alligators from Pennsylvania, just because 9 times out of 10 they're just going to be in a 10-foot round tub in someone's basement.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I'd much rather get alligators from northern states than just get them from here.
And get them back to the state that they actually belong in.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and give this guy another rat. Come on, bub. There you go. He's going to blow out of the water. You see him building up? But he's a good boy, you know. He hasn't gotten the tongs. He knows what he's after. Yep. But again, you know, when we're talking about crocodilians, they're extremely smart. Okay, and they will associate human beings with food, and that's why they say with alligators, and even in Australia where there are saltwater crocs, you do not feed these animals because they are so smart. They now associate human beings with food, and if you don't have anything to offer them, they'll take an arm, a leg. They're fine with that, you know. So you don't want to be on the menu, and whenever you're in crocodile or alligator country, you have got to be aware and conscientious of the water systems around you.
Yeah, for example, I planted that finally yesterday, and I mean, he was sitting under the water, and you never even know, but you just see the outline, and he just sits there right under the water, just like a natural
a log, or you know, and just lures you in and gets his meal. Let's see, come on. Let's see if we can get him to come out a little bit, so everyone can just see how impressive of an animal he is, if they're not impressed enough.
I've trained him too well.
You have. Here we go. Come on, there it is. There you go.
As you can see too, he's missing a lot of his teeth. You know, I've worked with a lot with his diet, and it's with reptiles. It takes a long time to get sick and a long time to heal. So with everything, you know. So with the teeth, it's going to take a long time to repair. But you know, using croc chow, which is Missouri, it's specially formulated for crocodiles. So it's giving him the nutrients he needs to regrow his teeth.
Yep. So they will come back over time.
They will. Yep.
Oh, that's fantastic. And actually, to be perfectly honest, you can start to see the new nubs, new dentation forming. So that's really, really great. You know, something that I love about crocodiles is the fact that they're such an ancient animal, right? And I always, you know, so many people think that reptiles are not intelligent. But when you keep them in a naturalistic enclosure, there's a lot you can do with them. And in fact, with crocodilians, there's a level of training that you can do. Tell me a little bit about what you're doing with these guys.
I'm not huge about training in the sense that having to do tricks and this and that. It's more the safety of myself and the safety of the animal.
Okay.
So, you know, we had an incident where they came up on land like they usually do, and one grabbed the bucket and ran away. And I was done with that because it's too stressful for the animals, me trying to get the bucket back. So I tried to figure out a way that would be safe for everyone. So obviously, as you can see, I've trained them to stay in the water and they'll get food.
They're being so well behaved right now. It's incredible. And they know that we still have food. And this is just something that he continually had to reinforce. And now they're being real good. Now look at this. You see how I just love it. I mean, it is incredible. And you'll notice that I'll tie up the male with some food, okay, because he is the dominant guy. Anytime he sees food, he'll try and snatch it from the smaller female.
Yep.
And let me tell you though, that's a good looking gal. He's got himself a pretty lady in there. Man.
No, they're best of friends until food comes along.
Yeah, it's just that instinct overrides everything, huh? It's like a crocodile feeding frenzy. Look at her go. Look at her go. Isn't that amazing? Now the cool thing about crocs is there's no peristalsis in their mouth. There's no way for them to actually, there's no rhythmic contraction of muscle in their mouth to swallow the food. So what they essentially have to do is lift their heads up and they open that flap, that watertight flap, and essentially the food falls into their stomach. So that's pretty incredible. And the other cool thing that I always loved about this, even though you're inside the mouth of the crocodile, you're still considered on the outside of the animal because the animal's completely sealed. It's not until you go through, well, let's look down the flap here. Come here, buddy. Show us your flap. You see that? Look at that. And then he's gonna lift up his head and that food is gonna fall right in there. So the rats are gone. The enclosure is nice and grown up. You've been doing an amazing job here, Kyle, and I can't wait to see what else you have in store. It's just really impressive, your level of dedication to these animals. You know, you really have to have that kind of mindset if you're going to keep these large predatory reptiles.
Yeah, and that's the thing is I went back and forth about concrete ponds, natural ponds, and obviously it's more maintenance because they can tear the heck out of it. But I mean, there's no better way for them. I mean, it's amazing how happy they are. You can see just by making these little wallows natural.
Definitely.
It's how they're supposed to be.
Yep, definitely. She builds her own little apartment when she wants to get away from her boyfriend.
Yep.
Anyway, guys, thanks so much for joining us. Don't forget, you can subscribe by pressing the subscribe button. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram under Kamp Kenan. Thanks so much. We'll have some more with Kyle's beautiful facility in episodes to come. Take care.